BTS has announced they will not submit their chart-topping album Artistry, any of its tracks to the 2027 Grammy Awards. By declining to submit,
후문을 신설한 그래미 측에 일침을 가했습니다. 김경희 기자의 보도입니다.
Army shocked. BTS finally speaks out. Music shouldn't be put in boxes. A powerful message that has everyone talking about the Grammys. Hello Army all around the world, and welcome back to BTS fans. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss the latest news and updates about BTS. Today's discussion has become one of the hottest topics among ARMY around the world. A statement attributed to BTS, widely shared through news reports and videos across various media outlets, has once again sparked a global conversation. The message is simple, yet incredibly powerful. Instead of categorizing music based on region or language, BTS expressed their hope that music itself can simply be heard, appreciated, and loved for what it truly is. Those words immediately caught the attention of fans. Not only because of their meaning, but because many people felt they reflected a much bigger conversation that has followed BTS throughout their career. Across social media, thousands of ARMY began discussing the statement. Many praised its sincerity. Others described it as one of the clearest messages BTS has ever shared about music and artistry. At the same time, some fans connected the message to long-standing discussions about the global music industry, including conversations surrounding international award shows such as the Grammy Awards. However, it is important to remember that no official statement from BTS has confirmed that these words were intended as a direct criticism of any specific organization or award. Much of that interpretation comes from public discussion and fan reactions. Even so, the conversation has become impossible to ignore. For many years, BTS have challenged traditional expectations. When they first debuted, few people imagined that a Korean group performing primarily in Korean could one day dominate international music charts. Back then, many believed language would always be a barrier. Many believed that artists outside the English-speaking market would struggle to receive equal recognition. But BTS continued moving forward. Not by changing who they were. Not by abandoning their identity. But by believing that sincerity can travel farther than language. Song after song, album after album, they proved that emotions do not require translation. People cried while listening to their music. People smiled. People found comfort. People discovered hope. Many listeners admitted they did not understand every Korean lyric. Yet they still connected deeply with the emotions behind every performance. That became one of BTS' greatest strengths. Instead of asking the world to change for them, they invited the world to experience their music as it was. Years later, millions accepted that invitation. Today, BTS fans exist in almost every country. Different cultures. Different languages. Different backgrounds. Yet they all gather around the same music. That is why the recently shared statement resonated so strongly. To many fans, it perfectly reflects everything BTS have represented since the beginning. Music is not confined by borders. Art should not be limited by geography. Emotion cannot be measured by language. Throughout history, countless songs have crossed national boundaries. Classical music has inspired generations without lyrics. Instrumental compositions have moved audiences regardless of nationality. Films with subtitles have touched millions. Books have been translated into dozens of languages. Music follows that same path. A beautiful melody does not suddenly become less meaningful because it was created in another country. A powerful performance does not lose its value because the lyrics are unfamiliar to someone hearing them for the first time. BTS have demonstrated that truth repeatedly. Every world tour. Every stadium. Every concert. Fans from every corner of the globe sing along together. Sometimes they pronounce Korean words imperfectly. Sometimes they simply hum the melody. Yet everyone shares the same emotion. That is something truly remarkable. Following the circulation of this statement, social media quickly filled with discussions. Some fans revisited BTS early interviews. Others remembered the challenges the group faced while expanding internationally. There were times when people questioned whether music in Korean could ever become mainstream. There were moments when stereotypes overshadowed talent. There were occasions when BTS had to work twice as hard simply to be recognized. Even then, they rarely responded with anger. Instead, they answered with performances. They answered with albums. They answered with consistency. That approach gradually earned respect around the world. As the conversation continued, some ARMY also reflected on the Grammy Awards. For years, many fans have hoped to see BTS receive recognition there. The group has been nominated multiple times, and their performances have attracted worldwide attention. Those experiences naturally became part of the broader discussion. Still, it is important to distinguish between verified facts and personal interpretation. The widely shared statement emphasizes music beyond language and borders. Any connection to Grammy criticism remains speculation, unless BTS themselves clearly state such an intention. Even without that assumption, the message stands powerfully on its own. It reminds listeners why so many people first connected with BTS. Not because they followed trends, but because they stayed true to themselves. That authenticity inspired millions. Another reason this conversation became so emotional is because BTS have always spoken about unity. Again and again, they encourage people to understand one another despite differences. Whether through speeches, interviews, or songs, their central message has often been one of empathy and connection. Fans believe this latest statement aligns with that philosophy. It is less about dividing music into categories, and more about celebrating creativity wherever it comes from. Imagine discovering a beautiful song from a country you have never visited. You may not understand every lyric, but the melody stays in your heart. The emotions feel genuine. That experience is universal. Perhaps that is exactly what BTS hope people remember. Music belongs to everyone. Not to one language. Not to one nation. Not to one culture. As expected, media outlets around the world also highlighted the discussion. Articles examined the meaning behind the statement. Commentators debated how global music continues to evolve. Many observed that international audiences today are more open than ever before. Streaming platforms have made it possible for listeners to discover artists from virtually any country. Playlists no longer stop at national borders. Fans explore music based on quality, emotion, and curiosity. In many ways, BTS helped accelerate that change. They demonstrated that authenticity could resonate globally. They encouraged labels and audiences alike to rethink old assumptions. Whether intentional or not, their success expanded opportunities for many artists who came after them. That may be one of BTS' greatest legacies. Not only breaking records, but expanding possibilities. As ARMY continued sharing the statement online, many commented that it reflected the spirit of BTS rather than focusing on any single controversy. For them, the message was ultimately about respect. Respect for artists. Respect for different cultures. Respect for music itself. And perhaps that is why these words continue spreading across social media. Because they remind people that great art speaks a language beyond words. No matter where someone lives. No matter what language they speak. A meaningful song can still touch their heart. That is something statistics cannot fully explain. It is something audiences simply feel. Whether this discussion continues for days or weeks, one thing is certain. BTS have once again inspired people to think about music in a deeper way. Their journey has never been defined solely by awards. It has been defined by connection, by sincerity, by the millions of lives their music has reached. What do you think about this statement? Do you believe music should be appreciated without being limited by language or region? Share your thoughts respectfully in the comments below. If you enjoyed today's discussion, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to BTS fans, and turn on notifications so you never miss our latest updates about BTS. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.